So I guess Bill gives the lawyer the closing argument for tonight. All right, this is E-Rapa. This drug was invented at Andrea's facility, UT, here in San Antonio. Now, this drug can make you live longer. So the question is, do you actually even want to live longer? Well, what if this drug could make you live longer and healthier? Would you want this drug? I'd say you probably would, right? Well, this drug is the first drug proven to extend lifespan in mammals. First drug proven to extend lifespan in mammals. So you might be thinking, all right, what is this E-Rapa? Well, this drug is a high-tech reformulation of an old drug, rapamycin. And so why are we using, if you look at the program, why are we using this age-extending, this longevity drug to treat cancer patients? What this drug is proven to do is it delays the onset and progression of cancer, and it also rejuvenates the body's immune system. Those two effects mean that people live longer, cancer-free. So what I want you to do with me is I'm going to take you on a journey. Think of Waldo. Where in the world is Waldo? So this E-Rapa is a perfect story about what can be done in the city of San Antonio. Everything that we need to commercialize cutting-edge, novel drugs like this is here in the city of San Antonio. All right, real quick caveat. Mark Horsey, where are you? All right, our co-founder. This is not actually E-Rapa. This is a calcium tablet from my kitchen cabinet. Mark, you had one job tonight to bring me some E-Rapa and you forgot, right? All right, we can't fire Mark because he's our CFO and he cuts our checks. All right, so work with me. Pretend this is E-Rapa. And this story, I think, really starts in 2001 by a wonderful couple. You know, a lot of you know them. Sam and Ann Barshop, right? Huge business leaders, huge civic leaders, philanthropists, and huge supporters of the University of Texas, which I love, even though my wife and I are both Aggies. So in 2001, the Barshops made a very generous donation to the University of Texas to fund the Barshop Institute for Aging and Longevity, right? That was huge. And I've been over there a few times, and I think some of you all have been there as well. And there's some say they're dreamers. Some people say they're crazy mad scientists. I kind of think they are kind of crazy mad scientists. Well, a couple of them in particular, Professors Sharp and Strong and others, had this crazy idea that a drug, E-Rapa, could extend lifespan in mammals. And they applied to the National Institute of Aging, and they got funded, and they did a study. And they proved their hypothesis that this drug created at UT can, in fact, extend lifespan in mammals. Remarkable results. The seminal article was published in Nature in 2009. Science magazine named this drug, Rapamycin E-Rapa, as one of the top 10 scientific breakthroughs of the year. So that was in 2009. And walk with me through the journey. So in 2012, a company was formed, Rapamycin Holdings. Now, it took a while. So Mark Horsey, a dreamer, but a very smart guy. Randy Goldsmith, his partner, another dreamer, a very smart guy, said, we see opportunity in this drug. But the commercialization of the product, just getting the patents, getting the articles, that's the beginning of the start line. So they formed a company and they brought together some investors, some of whom are in this room. The TRTF believed in this drug, believed in the message. The UT Horizon Fund believed in the drug, believed in the message. And other San Antonio leaders have stepped up to the plate to support the development, to help patients to get this drug from the bench to the bedside. So the company was formed in 2012. And so, when you take this drug, what do you have to do with it? Well, you have to continue to manufacture it, which was no easy task. So the company takes the drug, working with Gephardt's offices, in-licenses it to a San Antonio-based company, and then RHI takes this drug down the street to the Southwest Research Institute to manufacture this product, to reformulate this product, which is no easy task and very, very expensive. but Sweary has the know-how and the talent to do that. And after they perfected the formulation, they perfected the manufacturing process, we get more intellectual property. What's the next step that this drug, that this E-Rapa takes through San Antonio? Well, you've got to get it into clinic, right? We've got a good product, we're ready to get it into clinic. So the next step is you have to take it to somebody, a firm, that knows what they're doing. And so that's where Cancer Insight and Dr. Peoples, retired Army colonel, gets the literature, gets the product, and says, you know what, we have some great unmet medical needs that we think E-Rapa can treat. And so what does George do? He goes and picks up the phone and calls a colleague of his, Dr. Ian Thompson. So George and Ian, two peas in a pod, right? Cut from the same piece of cloth, and it's a remarkable gold cloth. Both of them are West Point grads, spent 30 years in the Army, and in that environment rose to the top. They are world-class clinicians and scientists. You just don't get a pair like that anywhere, but they're here in San Antonio. And they figured out the best disease to go after to treat this drug, using this drug to treat patients. And they've designed some very nice clinical trials. And early-stage prostate cancer is the first trial that we're going to go after. So the next step then is, all right, well, we're going to use this drug. We've designed a clinical trial. We've been to the FDA. What's the next step? Well, where are you going to run that clinical trial? Well, maybe the Mays Cancer Center is the best place. So this drug has gone from UT around San Antonio, and now it's come full circle, and we're taking it back to UT, to the Mays Cancer Center. And the beautiful thing about clinical trials, especially oncology trials, is that is the best care a patient can get. Now, San Antonio does have some work to do in terms of running more clinical trials, and we need more San Antonios to step up to the plate. And we're going to benefit San Antonians who are going to participate in this study trial. So it is very exciting. So we are very proud to report that this path that this drug has taken, in April of this year, we are on track to start our first in human clinical trial. And it's going to be led by Dr. Peoples and Dr. Thompson as well, and it's going to be at the Mays Cancer Center. But we're not stopping there. As soon as we finish this early stage clinical trial, we're going to take the drug and we're going to probably do a couple other clinical trials, maybe a bladder trial, FAP, colon cancer clinical trials. So it is a remarkable product with multiple uses, and we're very excited to start our clinical trials. So the next step really is, now that we're about to go into clinic, we're partnering up with UT once again, is we have many, many more San Antonio irons in the fire. And let me relate it back to, kind of started with Larry and ended with Andrea. And that is, I was approached by some of the scientists that Larry has brought to San Antonio. These are impressive scientists in their infectious diseases, Jordi Torellis, for example. And other versions of rapamycin have been incorporated into vaccines to get a boost from them. So talking about bringing all we can into the San Antonio mix here is with the Texas Biomed, RHI is partnering, and we've applied for a grant with the San Antonio Medical Foundation to explore incorporating our drug, E-Rapa, into the vaccines that Texas Biomed is developing. And recently I was at the JP Morgan conference, and we've been in discussions with the National Institute of Aging, and they would like to fund a multi-million-dollar project using our drug in a marmoset population. Well, where is the world's largest marmoset population? At Texas Biomed. So the NIA wants us to explore using E-Rapa in an elderly marmoset population to study the effects on brain aging and early-stage Alzheimer's disease. So it is fascinating that this drug has come full circle in many ways. Started with UT, we're taking it back to UT. The original funding was by the NIA. We're going to continue to go through that pipeline to get the drug to see what it can do for other diseases. So anyway, this is the journey that this drug has taken, and it proves, our journey proves that everything that you need to do to commercialize cutting-edge technologies, devices, pharmaceuticals, biologics, you can do that in the city of San Antonio. And I think the experience that we've had in commercializing and developing this product, it's a very collegial place, right? People want to help you. People want to support you. People want to see you succeed, because ultimately, if we can commercialize this drug, if we can take it from the bench to the bedside, we're going to help. This is why we're here. We're going to help patients, right? And if we can do that, then we're going to continue to grow our life sciences industry and really help patients. So with that said, take this drug. I'll take my calcium pill and see how long it makes me live. But I appreciate your attention, and I look forward to visiting with you tonight. Thank you, Bill.